Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 2. Just to warn you, today it's Sunday. It's a cool day for me. I'm gonna watch 2 episodes of Attack on Titan. I have my hair like that, I have that sweat, and I'm feeling comfortable, and I'm really, in a good mood, in a good mood to watch these 2 episodes, and I'm really excited to watch them because I watched the first episode of the season 2, and then I watched the 3 OVAs, Isla's Notebook. I can't remember this one, the name of it, but it was the one about Jan. And after that, Distress. So it has been a long time, in fact, that I was not with Eren, with Mikasa, with that story, about the Titans, with trying to understand everything, even if you know me. So of course, after Isla's Notebook episode OVA, I had a lot of things to say. And after also Distress, I don't know why, Distress, some of the suspicions that I had about some characters were amplified by Distress. So I'm gonna take this intro to recap the main theories that I have about all of what is happening right there. Okay, first one, I think the origins of the Titans, for me, they are created by a group of people. Dr. Yeager was a part of this group, Annie's dad was a part of this group. They are creating the Titans based on actual humans, and also they made some experiences on animals. That's why we have the Beast Titan. At first, it was only stupid Titans. After that, they improved their experiences and they made the abnormal Titans, which are a mix between clever and stupid Titans. That's why some of them can understand you, everyone who is talking, can obey also to the other Titans, can do stuff, like, again, when they understood what the Beast Titan said, things like that. The Beast Titan is one of the first, if not the first, clever Titan, because, they improved their experiences. They are making, or they are now, the clever Titans. Why they are doing that? That's still my main question. For me, it could be a political thing, and it could explain also the fact that this cult guy, he knew that we had a Titan inside of the walls. Maybe there is a political situation behind that, like maybe at first, the stupid Titans, they were keeping you inside of this city, inside of these walls. Maybe at first they just wanted people to stay inside of this city. The Titans were created for that. And after that they created the clever Titans to break the walls, to destroy people inside, because it was a demographic situation, like you were too many. I don't know, that's a supposition, that I have, because I tried to understand why they could do that. So I had that theory, which is going, yes, with the fact that that cult guy, he knew about this Titan inside of the walls. Why we have this Titan inside of the walls, it's still bothering me, but it can be still, it's going with a political situation, like they know about that, they created them, like it's really a political stuff. Okay, that's one of the theories. Another theory, it's the fact that maybe they are created like that by people outside, of this country. Maybe it's in fact 2 countries attacking each other, or one country attacking you, and in fact inside Annie and all of these organizations, there are spies. I don't know, we can have something like that. That, for the Titans part of my series. I think that we have other spies, other Titans, clever Titans hidden inside. maybe some that we know. I'm putting everyone on my suspect list. When I say everyone, it's really everyone except for 2 persons, for Levi and Jan, because we saw their backgrounds, we saw where they are coming from, their families, their histories. So for me, in fact, I'm going to erase people from my suspect list each time that we're going to discover stuff about their past. But for now, they are all into that list, with people at the top of that list. And at the top of that list, I'm putting Mikasa, because if Dr. Yeager did that to Eren, why not doing it to Mikasa? Like, clearly she's the top of my suspect list. Bertholdt, because it was during the episode 1 of the season 2. Yes, when Connie said, let's go right there, Reiner, he asked that to Bertholdt, and Bertholdt, he hesitated, and at first during the episode I was like, weird, but I was not thinking about it that much. But during the editing, I saw that this moment, it lasted for entire seconds. Like really, when you are editing an episode, you can really pay attention to that kind of stuff. Like, it's not just like that, like, he has some doubt. Like, if it was something like he's scared for his life or something like that, we would have seen it on his face, and it wouldn't have lasted so long. Like right there, it was a clue. It was a clue for something. There is something wrong with his reaction. So, top of the list. Krista, because of the distress OVA and the fact that I couldn't understand that she cried for what reason, like she's hiding something. And Reiner, only because of his appearance and the fact that the armored Titan, he looked like him, I think. I don't want these 4 to be Titans, for sure. And I'm not even sure, I'm not like at 100% sure that they are, not at all. Like, it's really like Mikasa 50-50, Bertholdt 30%, Krista, it can really be only something about her past, her background, so 5%. Reiner, it's only a question of appearance, so I'm like, yes, 5% also. I'm putting this 4 at the top of my list because I don't have anything for the other ones, like any beginning of a clue. For these ones, I have that, but I'm not even sure that it's clues for Titan, for my suspect list, for being a Titan. Maybe it's just something, a suspicion that I should keep for something else, like maybe they have a complicated past, maybe they have a story which is gonna be interesting because they are related to important people, because they are, maybe it can be only something like that, but for now I don't know, and for now the only suspicions that I can have, it's for Titans. I can't suspect them to be something else. Titans are part of this organization. Maybe in fact they are only part of this organization, but without being clever Titans. And also, that's why also I'm suspecting Reiner and Bertholdt. In fact, maybe more than Krista now. For the order. Yes, maybe more than Krista, because when Mikasa, during the OVA distress, when Mikasa said, I just heard something, who reacted weirdly, like we had a moment with 3 characters looking like that, like they were not like, what did you hear? Is it important or something like that? They were like surprised that Mikasa heard something, like their reaction. Again, I saw that during the editing. The reaction was weird. It was Annie, Bertholdt and Reiner. Annie! And I'm already suspecting for little clues, that something is wrong with Bertholdt, and Reiner, it's really just a question of look, so I can't say that it's a clue. But I was already putting this on the top of my suspect list, so to have these 3 turning their backs like that, I was like, guys, that's it! Now I'm gonna suspect you even more. So that's it, there are my suspects. I told you already for the Titans. Do I have other theories? Yes, I have a theory about the fact that Eren is gonna lose himself little by little, you know. We saw that with how he reacted with Annie when she was a female titan, you know, when he was attacking her. Armin is a narrator of this show, so does it mean that he survived to everything and is writing his memories, or does it mean that he died and he's telling that story because he has these eyes, you know, like on the story, like he can judge them like... Yeah. The Beast Titan, I said it, I think that it's the first clever Titan, that's why he can talk and all. I'm still wondering about why he kept that thing, you know. For them it's like that, but for the Beast Titan it was like that. You know why he was intrigued by the maneuver, like he's taking that and he's saying I'm taking it For that I have no answer. Maybe he's taking it to this organization, but if it's the case, it's not going with my theory, with the fact that the organization, it's people, you know, inside who wants to regulate, you know, the demography of that place. It could go more... No, I was gonna say with the fact that it's another country attacking you. Or maybe it's just some clever and abnormal titans coming from these experiences. Maybe they made a community for themselves and you're taking it on and you want to show them. Like it was really like he wanted to show them, to show to people that. You want to show that to who? Who is gonna be interested by that? I mean that, you've got what I mean. And also, I have so many theories. Also, during Isla's notebook OVA, what was the name? You know, the Titan, he was like that in front of Isla, like he was paying his respect to her, and he said a name, I can't remember what name now, but he said a name. The name, it was the name of someone, I think, now. But he said Ninja people, so for him maybe that someone was a captain of a group, and maybe he was confused during that moment because of the uniform of Isla, so maybe he already saw before the uniform of the Survey Corps, because some of them, they are spies, they are parts of this organization and all. That's the best I can do to summarize my main theories, and I'm not even talking about the little theories that I have right there. Like I have so many of them. I just told you the main ones, and I can't do better to summarize them, to not go with full details and to not make an intro longer than that. I'm gonna stop with this intro and I'm gonna go for this episode. I'm pretty sure that this season 2 is gonna be full of informations. We're gonna discover a lot of things. It's gonna be full of reveals, like they began the episode 1 of the season 2 with so many stuff that, yes, we're gonna have a lot of information, reveals, so I'm excited about it. Like usually, if you want to have my Patreon on which we have 2 episodes, there is a bird looking at me, it's weird. 2 episodes of advance with an extended or full reaction part. I put a lot of full reaction part for the first season of Attack on Titan. That's the best way to support me. Right there on YouTube, it's rough for little reactors like me, really. So if you can, it can be cool, you know, to join me on Patreon, and that's why I'm giving you these advantages to be in advance, to have extended or full reaction parts. I'm making also drawings, I'm sending you letters, I'm doing stuff like that, if you can be interested. If not, if you can't, that's okay, I totally understand that, and you can still support me right there by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, stuff like that. Let's go for this episode 2! It's weird, you know, after the 3 of the A's to come back, it feels weird. But awful. They don't know for the Beast Titan, but they know that some can talk. You know the superiors, Erwin. I'm on. Connie? Maybe we have a lot of titans inside of a lot of walls. Around them? They made the walls? You have an idea? Who? The guy who was Minister Nick. To do what? I will trust you with my life, Erwin. And also Levi. More Levi. I understand your theory. The thing is really wrong about it. I thought that they could have done that, you know, during the night to build things around them. For political reasons, all of that, but... Let me see what titans are truly. I don't like that idea. We need you. If it's a political one, like I think, you know, to keep people inside for demographic reasons, you know, all of that, like it could be wrong for everyone to discover it. It would create a situation of chaos. That's your dad? We can share your past. I can take you off my suspect list of potential clever titans. That's so cool.
この世界がどうなってるか考えたことはあるんか。が減って獲物が取れなくなってきとるか。考えたことはあるか。そんなよそ者が来て森や獲物を横取りするからやし。
No, it's because you killed all of it already. If it's a closed space, you can hunt for a while, but at some point.
我々の一族も神をやめ森を明け渡すべきなのかもしれん。王政からな。 対価を支払う代わりに馬を育てると言わんと。やめたら私たちじゃなくなるやろ。なんで私をバカにしている奴らのためにそんなことせんとり。我々は世界に生かしてもらっとるからな。
Letting you live?
群れで生きる動物なんじゃ。私たちはご先祖様に生き方を教えてもらって生きてきたんやから。
Oh, you're so proud of your origins.
この森の中で自分や同族のみの価値観で生きていくのけどな、サシャ。それと心中する覚悟はあるか。義務を果たさんのだ。その恩恵を受けることができんのは当然や。
I love the fact that they translated his accent, I suppose, you know.
世界がつながっていることも受け入れなければならん。
We saw it into Armin's book.
その森を出て他人と向き合うことは
Ah, you are not... Okay, you are not talking about the world outside of the walls. They're already there? They were sent! Like... to go on directions like that, to not act like an earth, for example. What is it? in 3 years a village like that was built? No. What? Don't breathe. Don't move. Don't show that you're alive. This kid is going to be traumatized by it for life. What? It's too late for this woman. Take the kid and get out. I'm so sorry. Oh. Sacha, with all of my heart, I'm begging you to stop screaming. Sacha, I swear, you're not gonna... I know, huh? I love your optimism. You don't know anything about all of their past. It was Emir's people? No, it was not that name. I'm sorry. What? Oh, I'm gonna check if it was Ymir during the OVA, you know, his first notebook. It was, no? Because it was something about your origins and you are right there. All alone? Oh my dear. You're gonna be... you can't do things like that. You have to touch it right there. Yes! Come on, you're brave. I know that you are. I remember that time where you were afraid, but you are. We're gonna go for it. Run, girl, run. It's good, girl. It's really good. Don't go in that direction. It's gonna be the end of the episode. Oh no, please, thank you. You're gonna see your dad again. I'm proud of you. I'm down. It's your village, Connie? No. They had the time to leave. Remember what he said, you know, into one of the last episodes, like, I can't go on. No. Oh, you. titan died on your house?
手足ではこいつ
Yes.
どうやってここまで来たんだ
Eh? I'm going back to you, I'm gonna get a tissue and we're gonna talk about it, you and I. No. I'm sorry. I was trying to make series inside of my head and I said no to myself, but not inside of my head, so it's weird for you. I was saying into my head, if that titan right there, that stupid one, clearly I think, couldn't move, so he was taken by someone, something to be there? No. That was the no that I said. No. Like, for what reason a titan, a stupid one, an abnormal one, or a clever one would take a titan just to, you know, to use it? Like, yes, they're gonna use them like to send them on houses, to destroy houses during fights? No. No, the only option if I say no to that theory, if it can't move, if it was not taken, it means that it was created right there. In your house, Connie. Someone created that stupid titan into your house? When one of the clever titans did that? No, it's that organization, you know, who did that because they didn't have enough titans, because they needed to do that. The fact that it's into your house, Connie, I'm really wondering about it, like, you're gonna become one of my top suspects into that potential Titans list. I can erase Sacha from that list. It's great because she's one of my favorite characters. If you don't know it, my favorite characters, Levi at the top of the top of that list, Mikasa, Armin, Sacha, Connie and Jan. Levi, Jan, Armin, Mikasa, Armin and Mikasa at the same place, Connie and Sacha at the same place. Levi, Jan, Armin, Mikasa, Connie, Sacha. 6! I have 6 favorite characters. So it's really cool for me because I can already erase 3 of my favorite characters from that potential Titan suspect list. That's so cool. Because the rule for me to erase people from that list is by seeing their past, you know, their backgrounds, to be sure that they can't be related to that organization that I suspect, you know, to exist. The ones who created, is still creating Titans, is still creating right now Titans. Top of the suspect list, Mikasa. If Eren is, why not Mikasa, you know, Dr. Yeager, all of that. Bertholdt for his weird reaction during the first episode. Reiner, just because of his appearance. And Krista. Krista because of the distressed OVA, and Reiner and Bertholdt before Krista because of something during distress. Also, they reacted weirdly together with Annie. And again, it's not because I'm putting them at the top of the list that I think that they are, you know. It's just that if I have to count things to put some more than others, you know, into my suspect list, I'm gonna consider that, you know, some weird reactions, but maybe in fact it's just related to things into their stories, their backgrounds. Maybe it's just stories, you know, for the rest of the anime, like maybe, you know, Krista, she was crying not because she was feeling guilty, stuff like that, you know, a Titan situation, but because, I don't know, she has a story. It can be for a lot of reasons. Bertholdt, maybe he was triggered by that moment. Reiner, his appearance, I can't judge him for that, but again, if I can put things on that list, it's only that, so I'm going with that. But Connie, now that we discovered that, I think that they created the Titan into your house, I'm gonna put you at the top of my suspect list now. Hey, oh! It was Reiner who said to Bertholdt, we're gonna go with Connie, and Bertholdt, he said yes like that. Did they know what they would find? Oh guys, I'm gonna... top of my suspect list. These weird reactions with the OVA, that weird coincidence, be that Connie said, I'm gonna go to my place. He asked for the permission, you know, to do that. And Reiner was the first one to react and to be like, we're gonna go with you. I thought that, and I still think that it's just because he wants to be there for his friend. But because of the fact that Bertholdt reacted weirdly after that, and it was at that moment that I said, that's a weird reaction, top of the suspect list, now I have to be like, maybe he reacted weirdly because he was surprised by Reiner's decision, and Reiner's decision was for a reason, because of Connie and because of what they would discover into that place. Okay, so, the situation with the Titan into that house, it's confirming my suspicions, or at least putting something else on my suspicions for Reiner and Bertholdt. But it's gonna make me suspect also Connie a lot more, but because of the fact that he didn't know him, he didn't know, I can't think that he knew, or maybe he knew and that's why he wanted to go home. Because on another episode, he said, I can't go home. No, right there they were attacked, it was to warn people to be sure that his family was not gonna be killed. But the fact that he said that, you know, during another episode, the fact that he couldn't go home, the fact that, you know, things about being afraid that people wouldn't be proud of him, stuff like that. So to have that situation, you know, with his house. I'm not sure that his family, they are dead. I'm sorry, you know my rule, body count, eyes closed. If I don't see that, persons are not dead. So for me, your family is not dead for now, Connie. I don't have a lot of hope, but I have some, still. Most of this episode was not about Connie, so let's go back to Sacha. That was so cool, that moment with her, that scene. Oh, that was awful at first. You know, to discover that this kid was still alive and that Titan was eating his mom, his or her, I'm not sure, was eating the mom just next to this kid. That was awful. For Sacha to intervene, that was so great. For her to run away, that was so great. For her to scream like that, I was like, shut the fuck up, girl, the Titan can hear you, be more careful. But after that, to have her running and saying to the kid, run, and I would stop the Titan, to face the Titan. I mean, I remember that episode, you know, when they were into the castle and they made that plan to attack the Titans. During that moment, I remember that Sacha, she couldn't do it, she was afraid, you know, we had a situation like that, like she was afraid and she couldn't do something and she felt ashamed of that and all. So to have her right there, taking that decision, you know, on her own, to be that brave, not only brave because she stayed to kill the Titan, but also because she had this plan about the ice. I mean, she thought about it, she had a cold mind during that moment to think about it, and she was that brave after that to be like, I'm gonna jump on the Titan and destroy his eyes like that. Like, she was so brave, and when you think about how she was before, it means that, you know, her character is evolving and is getting braver each time, and I'm glad that our father knows that, what she just did, and told her that he's proud of her, it's a trigger for me. You know, a dad saying to his kid, I'm proud of you, girl or guy, I don't care, it's something, you know, a parent, in fact, in general, saying that to a kid, you can be sure that I'm gonna cry. So I cried, and it's not because I'm sad, it's because I'm also proud, and it's because I'm really glad that you are telling it to your kid. It's so great, and she needed to hear that, and it's so great that she heard it. Oh, it's so cool. You know, I'm sorry, I'm jumping, you know, from place to place. So that's it. Connie, I did it. Sacha, I did it. So let's go back to the beginning of the episode. The minister, he wants to see what is happening, and after that he's gonna decide if he's gonna open his mouth about what he knows. Levi's reactions. That's why I love you so much, so much. What that guy knows. If I'm going with my theory of a political decision made by the people inside to keep people inside of the walls, and when we had too many people inside, they decided to do something with the Titans, to kill some because the demography, there were too many of them, and they were also eating everything, you know, that thing into the forest, what Sacha's dad said. Maybe, if I'm right about that, maybe right there the minister is just like, we lost control of the situation, I need to be sure that it's not gonna be too much, the Titans, they can go back, we can order them to go back. Like, if I'm right about that, it means that the Clever Titans are working, yes, they are working with that organization because they were created, or they are that organization, members of that organization, so yes. But maybe him is more the political side of that organization, so he needs to see it by himself. That the active, you know, the ones into the action from that organization, they are doing things great that they want. And that theory about, you know, that Armin has about the Titans inside of the walls, the fact that they built the walls. Mine, you know, it was the fact that maybe this organization, they built the walls around the Titans. We know that the Titans, they need the sun, you know, to activate them. We saw that in the previous episode, so that was my theory. That's why also that minister, he said cover him, because he was afraid of that Titan being activated. That's my theory. But him, Armin, his theory is totally different. He's saying that maybe the Titans created the walls. It means that we ordered them to do that. Clever Titans, or this organization. Ymir, I need to check that thing about Ymir. It was what in his notebook? The OVA. Ymir. He said Ymir. Ymir's people. Oh, well, I remember that right. Ymir, he said. Ymir. Oh, I'm sorry. Ymir's people. I said already that maybe he was paying his respect like that. Seeing Ymir's people, Ymir being someone like maybe he was confused because of the uniforms. Was he talking about that Ymir? That Ymir, she's one of the Clever Titans, a member of this organization, one of the spies. You know, I'm thinking about all of my different theories to explain this situation with the Titans. No matter what, she's involved. Ymir, it's your name or your family name? It doesn't change a lot. But you know, if it's her last name, maybe it's someone from her family, maybe it's her parents. No, the uniform. He reacted like that Titan during that OVA because of the uniform. For that, I'm sure of it. He was confused because of the uniform. Ymir's people, and he paid his respect to the uniform, thinking that Isler was a member of Ymir's people because of the uniform. We have an Ymir right there who has this uniform. for sure I'm gonna suspect that Ymir to be a member of this organization. Where is she now? Can't remember. She's not one of the usual characters, like, did we see her during this episode, you know, during the present time? Girl, I'm gonna suspect you, and that's it. Top of the suspect list. To be a potential Clever Titans, to be a member of this organization. This episode didn't give me a lot of information about how everything is working. It's amplifying, I don't know if it's a good word for that, the theories that I already have about Bertholdt and Reiner, the Titans being created like that, you know, on actual humans, about a political situation to decide that. But that episode was also mostly about Sacha's development, and I'm glad. And I'm glad also because I can erase her from my suspect list, and that's also so cool. 6 favorite characters and 3 that I can be sure that they are not Titans. At least according to my rules. So cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now and I'm gonna watch one more episode. It's gonna be on another day for you and on some minutes for me. So it's all for you for today and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.